Welcome to today's lesson. So in this very video we shall be attending some few numbers of quiz based on the topic which says causa probabile di incidente. So in English, what that concept is simply saying is things that may probably cause an accident during driving. So we have over 8 to 9 quiz related to this very concept. So we are starting with number 1 question. So if you take a look at number 1 question says su strada coperta di neve occorre evitare brusche accelerazione. So I repeat the question. It says su strada coperta di neve occorre evitare brusche accelerazione. So vero or falso? So the answer to this question is vero. So let's see. You can see it. The response is vero. Now let me explain to you in English what this question is talking about. So it says su strada coperta di neve. So it says on the road that is contained or full of snow. It says, so in a situation like this, occorre evitare. So you need to avoid rough accelerazione. So you need to avoid rough accelerazione. In other words, if you want to, accelerate, to accelerate simply means if you want to increase your speed, or in other words, if you want to, title your vehicle, so you need to do it in a modified form. So you need to accelerate in a prudence form. In other words, you need to accelerate in a way that it will not affect your driving. So that is for that. So we have another question. So this question says in caso di pioggia occorre procedere de norma con il pedale della frizione abbassato. So I repeat the question. The question says in caso di pioggia, occorre procedere di norma con il pedale della frizione abbassata. Vero or falso? The answer to this question is falso. So let's see. You can see it. The response is falso. What are they talking about here? In caso di pioggia. In caso di pioggia. So it simply says in case of rain. Maybe in case it's raining. So and occorre procedere. It occurred that you are driving. So you are proceeding driving. So on in a normal road. So con il pedale della frizione abbassata. So it simply said that in terms of raining, it will happen that it's raining and you are driving, that you should always make sure that you put your leg on your leg brake while driving. So it's false. You don't do that. So in terms of raining, when it is raining, all you need to do is that you reduce your voice and maintain your distance of driving, your safe distance of driving, with the vehicle in your front. So you drive with care, you reduce your speed, and so on and so forth. So if in aspect of some quiz saying that you should place your leg on your brake, so something like that is false. So it may also occur to be a danger to your driving. So you don't do that. In terms of rainy season, all you need to do, if the question says that if when it is raining, that you should reduce your speed. So in a situation like that, it's always better. So if the question says in terms of raining that you should increase your safe distance, which means your distanza de sécurité, you should increase it. So in a situation like that, so it occurs to be always better. So take note of that. We have another question. This question says, in caso di nebbia fetta è opportuno circolare con la sola luce di posizione accesa. Falso o vero? So the answer to this question is falso. Let's see. The response is falso, which means we are correct. Now let me explain to you in English why this question says, why the response is falso. It says, in caso di nebbia fetta. When we are talking about nebbia fetta, what are we simply talking about? We are talking about dew, nebbia. When you come across this very word nebbia simply means dew. Dew. So it says, in case of, you are driving on a road with dew, it says opportune circolare. This word circolare simply means to drive, to move on the road, circolare. This other one, sole luce di posizione accesa. When we are talking about luce di posizione, we are looking at, those red lights in back of your vehicles. The red light in back of your vehicles. All these are what? Are the luce di posizione. Now, the question now says, in terms of dew, that you should only, this word sole, if you come across this very word solo, soltanto, so they are simply saying, only. It means only. So is a word used, to signify something singly. So now sole simply means only. Now it now says, in caso di nebbia fetta, in case of dew and you are driving, it says you should only put on your position light, which is those red light in back of your motor, and it's faster. So they have what we call, luce di nebbia. So in terms of you driving, you need to put on, your anabaliante, which is your normal light, headlight in your front. So, and your position light, the one in your back. So in a situation whereby the question is not saying that it's only your back light that you will put on. So something like this is always false. So it's not true. So you driving on a road with dew, you have to put on your headlight and your position like the one in your back. So take note of that very question. So another one again, it says, dopo un incidente stradale è obbligatorio circolare subito I veicoli su marciapiedi. I repeat the question. Dopo un incidente stradale è obbligatorio circolare subito il veicolo su marciapiedi. Vero o falso? The answer to this question is falso. So let's see the response. It says falso. Now let me explain to you. It says dopo un incidente stradale. So when it occurred that after the incident of accident, on the road, it says obligatory. It is obligatory, circolare, for you to drive immediately on marciapiedi. Marciapiedi is an access where the leg normally move. So an access, a road made for pedestrian. So it's called marciapiedi. So that road made for pedestrian, it forbids the transit of other vehicles. So now it now says that in terms of an accident, if it happened that an accident happened, after that accident, maybe there is now a traffic or whatever, that you are permitted to drive on the pedestrian lane. So it's always faster. So the pedestrian lane does not permit the transition of any sort of vehicles. So take note of that. We are getting to an end of it. So it says, another question says, sulla strada coperta di neve occorre frenare a fondo in caso di sbadamento del veicolo. It says, sulla strada coperta di neve occorre frenare a fondo in caso di sbadamento del veicolo. Vero or falso? The answer to this question is falso. I will explain to you the reason why this one is also falso. Now let's see, you can see it is falso. Let me explain to you. It says on a road that has snow, so it occorre frenare. So when it happened that this sbadamento simply means if the vehicle is waving, if the vehicle is not stable. So in case the vehicle is not stable, all you need to do is to put your legs on the brake. Keep on braking. So, and in a situation like this, it's false. Why is it false? When you are driving a vehicle and you discover that this vehicle that you are driving is not stable, all you need to do, you reduce the speed. Reduce the speed, most especially when the road is, if it is road that has dew. So you don't need to put your leg on the brake. By doing that, it may cause an accident on that very road. So all you need to do, you reduce your speed, maintain your safe distance of driving. You understand? So that is for that. So again, we have another question. It says, quando si deve far salire o scendere un passeggero del veicolo, bisogna aprire la portiera solamente quando non si causa pericolo agli altri utenti della strada. I will repeat the question again. Quando si deve far salire o scendere un passeggero del veicolo, bisogna aprire la portiera solamente quando non si causa pericolo agli altri utenti della strada. So this very one, is it vero or falso? Now the answer to this question is vero. I will explain to you why. You can see it. It says vero. Let me explain to you the reason why this question is vero. So it says, quando si deve far salire o scendere. Now when you want to, to salire simply means to climb. Scendere simply means, to come down. It says when you want to, carry someone on your vehicle, if someone want to enter your vehicle, or in a situation whereby you want to drop someone on your vehicle, it says this passeggero is the passengers. This one, passeggero, simply means passengers. So it says, bisogna aprire la portiera. So this aprire simply means to open. So this portiera simply means the doors in the vehicle. You can see it, portiera, la porta, portiera. Whenever you come across something like it's talking about the doors in that vehicle. It says, bisogna aprire. So you need to open the door solamente, only quando non si causa, only when it will not cause dangers to other passengers or to other vehicles on that road. And it simply means when you want to drop someone or you want to carry someone on your vehicle, you should only do it, open your doors in a way that it will not cause dangers to other passengers or to other vehicles transiting on that same road. So take note of this question. So lastly, before we round up, so this very one says, causa probabile di incidente dovuto della struttura della strada può essere presenza di strutture non segnalate. Causa probabile di incidente dovuto della struttura della strada può essere presenza di struttura non segnalata. So this very one, is it vero or false? The answer to this question is vero. So now let me see. It says vero. I will explain to you. It says, accident may probably be caused. So you can see it, struttura della strada. So in a structure of road, può essere presenza di struttura non segnalata. So on a road, in a road that is very tight, but without a sign that signifies that this road is very tight. So something like this may definitely cause an accident. So accident may occur on a road which is very tight. Whenever you come across this very word, structura simply means a tight road, or a road that has some challenges. So, and it's not saying that accident may occur on that road when there is no sign that signifies that very thing. What am I trying to say? You know, if a road is very tight, we have what we call segnale di pericolo, which always signifies something ahead, the 150 meter away. So, in a road that is very tight, there is supposed to be a sign saying that this road, or any danger sign or whatever sign, that this road has these very circumstances. So, but in a situation whereby there is no sign, nothing, so it may lead to an accident, and it's vero. So this is where we will end our lesson today. So please, if you have any question based on this very topic, or you have anything to contribute, so please do not hesitate to write it under the comment section. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you are yet to click on the notification button, please try and do justice to that, so that whenever we are making available any video, so you will always be notified. Thanks for watching this video, and goodbye.